Following Team Home Run Derby is being played with History Maker Baseball Home Run Derby. Welcome on this Home Run Derby Monday. Welcome to the final 8 portion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. Your final 8 are as follows: Barry Bonds, Aaron Judge, Jeff Bagwell, Sammy Sosa, Steve Finley, Willie Stargell, Pete Alonso, and Jim Thome. One of those 8 men will become the inaugural champion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. With that being said, it's time to figure out who will advance to the final 4 here, as we are going to play out the entirety of this, the rest of this tournament, played out right now, starting with our final 8 matchup, our first final 8 matchup, featuring Willie Stargell and Steve Finley. Willie Stargell got here by defeating Ryan Howard in the first round, then defeating David Ortiz in the second round, and now he has made it to the final 8. For Steve Finley, he got here by beating Salvador Perez and Jesse Barfield, getting here to face off against Willie Stargell. With that being said, we need to determine who will lead things off here in the final 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little coin toss. We'll roll these 3d6s to determine who will go first, and we're going to designate Steve Finley as the visitor for this matchup, and he will call the toss in the air. We have a 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like 5, 6. Yep, it's an 8 for Steve Finley. So an 8. So anything higher than an 8 for Willie will win the toss for him. And indeed it will be. So Willie Stargell, I think, is going to win the toss, and he will, with a 12, 13, 14. And I think he will go second here, allowing Steve Finley to get things kicked off and underway for the second round, or excuse me, for this final 8 round of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And again, the rules are as same as ever. 2.5 minutes are set on the clock for each batter to hit as many home runs as possible, with an out result equaling 8 seconds off the clock, and a home run will vary between 10 and 13 seconds ticking off the clock. If by some chance, if both batters are tied after each batter has taken 1 turn here in this final 8 round, we will go to a separate tiebreaker round where each batter will start with 5 swings each for a swing off to hit as many home runs as possible in those 5 swings. If we are tied after 5 swings, we'll go to each preceding swing off rounds. We'll be given each batter 3 swings. With that being said, the higher amount, and as always, the higher amount of home runs will advance to the next round. With that being said, Steve Finley is all set and ready to go, and so are we. Let's get the final 8 round underway for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll begin things with a 4-5. Okay, so that's going to be an out. So 8 seconds tick off the clock. 2:22 remain. 11, 12, 13. Home run king or slugger. He has both. 12 seconds will tick off the clock for Steve Finley. 2, 4, 6. No doubt about it. Home run by Steve Finley. He is going to hit one high, far, and gone for his second of the round, with leaving 2 minutes exactly on the clock. 4-8. Slugger, yes, sir. That'll be 12 seconds ticking off the clock. A minute 48 remains. 11-12. Home Run King, he is a Home Run King, so therefore 12 more seconds will be ticked off the clock, and he is going to quickly call timeout. With a minute 36 remaining, with 4 home runs tacked on to his score here in the final 8, man, oh man, Steve Finley is looking to have an opportunity here to advance and give the Philly fans some a little bit of revenge, because Willie Stargell has been the demon, and I mean like the devil inside the thornberry bush for Phillies fans, but for Pirates fans, yeesh, it's going to have to. You know how it is between the Battle of Pennsylvania, between Pittsburgh and Philly, as Steve Finley is trying to do his job of knocking out Willie Stargell out of the tournament. With that being said, Steve Finley is all set and ready to resume play, and so are we. Let's get rolling once more for Steve Finley's final 8 round here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll resume with a 12, 5, 6, 12. Yep, 12. Home Run King. He is a Home Run King. Good use of the timeout, as that'll be his 5th home run of the round, as Steve Finley is trying to find a way to dig out, trying to post a big number here. 8-9. Small ballpark. Steve Finley bats left-handed. It's a semi-small park here at Citizens Bank Park for lefties. The decider die is going to read. It will be small, so therefore that is going to tick off 11 seconds off the clock for his 6th home run of the round for Steve Finley. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is going to be yet another out for Finley. His second out with a minute 5 seconds remaining. 4, 5, 6. That's a no doubter of a home run. That is going to be hit high, far, and gone for 10 seconds off the clock. 4, 5, 10. Home Run King and Slugger. He has both. That'll tick off 13 seconds off the clock. And my goodness, folks, Steve Finley is promising the Philly faithful here to knock out Willie Stargell, and he is about to do just that. 2, 3, 4. Home Run King, yes, sir. 12 seconds will tick off the clock for 30 seconds remaining. 4, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Again, it's a left-hander up at the dish. Citizens Bank Park is a semi-small park. Decider die is going to say, yes, sir, it is. So therefore, it will mark off. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 11 seconds off the clock. 19 seconds remain with double-digit home runs for Steve Finley. 16, Slugger. He is. That'll mark off 12 seconds. We have time for at least one more swing here for Steve Finley. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is. That is going to mark off 12 seconds off the clock, and that will do it, folks, for this first final 8 batter of this final 8 round, as Steve Finley is staring down 12 home, is hopefully going to try to advance to the final 4 with those 12 home runs. But can he do it? I guess we're going to have to wait and see, because we will have Willie Stargell's round for you in a few short moments. 12 home runs is the number to tie, and 13 will be the number to advance to the final 4 here for Willie Stargell. Again, he got here by defeating hometown favorite Ryan Howard and David Ortiz Ryan Howard in the first round and David Ortiz in the second round. He got here by defeating those 2 guys, and without further delay, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Willie Stargell has his marching orders, and we're all set and ready to go. Let's get rolling for Willie Stargell's final 8 round as part of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll begin with a 9, 10, 11. That'll be the first out of the round for Willie Stargell with 8 seconds ticking off the clock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is going to be another out. Oh boy. 8, 9, 10. Home Run King and Slugger. He has Home Run King. Does he have Slugger? He most certainly does. So therefore, it will be 4, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Ticking off 13 seconds off the clock with 1 home run on the board. Man, I don't know what he's still gonna have time though. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home Run King and Slugger. He has Home Run King. Does he have Slugger? There we go. He does not. So therefore, that's going to be another 8 seconds ticking off the clock with 1 home run on the board. Facing off against Steve Finley's 12, 4, 5. Another out's coming up on the board, and he will quickly call timeout as he wants to have a little talk. But the Philly faithful here are still booing as they know Steve Finley was probably the guy to knock off Willie Stargell from this tournament. As it seems, the Philly faithful is combined with the Diamondbacks faithful here at Citizens Bank Park, the number that are here for the final 8 portion of the tournament, for this final portions of the tournament, as we wrap up the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby tournament. Here, played with PLAAY Games, with the PLAAY Games mod for History Maker Baseball, Home Run Derby mod for History Maker Baseball. And with that being said, Willie Stargell is all set and ready to go as he has everything all situated. We're ready to go here once more as we roll for Willie Stargell's final 8 round with a 6, 11, 12 Home Run King. He is a Home Run King. Good use of the timeout. 2 home runs now for Willie. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. Willie Stargell bats left-handed. It's not big, so therefore, that is going to mark off 11 seconds off the clock. As we have 6, 9, 10. Home Run King and Slugger. He has Home Run King. Does he have Slugger? Yes, he does. So therefore, that is going to tick off another 13 seconds off the clock. 4 home runs are on the board for Willie Stargell. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow. 10 seconds off the clock with 5 home runs already in his back pocket with 59 seconds remaining on the clock. 5, 9, 10. Home Run King and Slugger. He has Home Run King. Does he have Slugger, though? He most certainly does. So therefore, that's going to tick off 13 seconds off the clock with 6 home runs in his back pocket with 46 seconds on the clock. 6 to tie and 7 to advance to the final 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Stargell bats left-handed here at Citizens Bank Park. It's a semi-small ballpark. The decider die is going to say it's not small. So therefore, that is going to tick off another 8 seconds off the clock. I think the Philly faithful are starting to realize something here. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Again, double check. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. It's not big. So therefore, that is going to tick off 11 seconds off the clock with 27 seconds remaining with 7 home runs on the board. 9, 10, 11. Another out has been called. 8 seconds will tick off the clock. 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, another out, man. Oh, boy. We'll have time for at least one more swing here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It's a semi-small park. The decider die says It's not. So therefore, that'll take off 8 seconds off the clock. We have time for one more swing, folks. Steve Finley knows it. No doubt about it. Home run for Willie Stargell, thanks to a six, but it will not be enough. The Philly faithful jump up and down as they finally find a batter that can slay the dragon in Willie Stargell, as Steve Finley will move on to the final four of this Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. Oh, man, and he will meet the winner of the Pete Alonso Jim Thome matchup coming up later on today. With that being said, stay tuned for our next matchup featuring Jeff Bagwell representing the Houston Astros and Sammy Sosa representing the Chicago Cubs. We'll have that matchup for you coming up next. And we're about set and ready to go for our next matchup of this final A portion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament, as we will feature Sammy Sosa representing the Chicago Cubs and Jeff Bagwell representing the Houston Astros. How they got here to this point in this tournament was as follows. For Sammy Sosa, he defeated Vladimir Guerrero Sr. and Joey Votto to get here to the final eight, whereas Jeff Bagwell beat Albert Pujols and Paul Konerko to get here to the final eight. With that being said, we need to figure out who will lead things off here in this matchup. We'll do so by doing a coin toss by rolling the 3d6s, and we'll designate Jeff Bagwell as the visitor for this matchup, and he will call the toss in the air. We'll get things going with a 6, 11, 12, 13. So it's a 13 for Bagwell. So Sosa needs a 13 or 14 or higher in order to win the toss. And unfortunately, he won't get it. A 5-6. So Jeff Bagwell will win the toss, and he will elect to go second. So Sammy Sosa will get us going here for this next matchup here for the second round, or for this final eight portion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And again, a home run will vary between 10 and 13 seconds off the clock, with an out equaling 8 seconds coming off the 2 minutes and 30 seconds that you see on screen. With that being said, Sammy Sosa is ready to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling for Sammy Sosa's final eight round here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll begin with a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore that's going to mark off 12 seconds off the clock with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining, with one home run on the board for Sammy Sosa. 6, 11, 12, 13. Home run king or slugger. He has both qualities, so therefore 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 13. I just wanted to make sure I read that correctly. So to mark off 12 seconds off the clock, and Sammy Sosa is really clicking on all cylinders here in the early going. 14, big ballpark. Sammy Sosa bats right-handed. It's not a big park here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. And we will have the third home run hit by Sosa with 1:55 remaining on the clock here in this final eight round for Sammy Sosa. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king? Yes, sir, he is a home run king. So therefore, that'll tick off 12 seconds off the clock. Not ready to call timeout quite yet, folks. 13. Home run king or slug? Excuse me. Home run king or slugger? He has both. So therefore, that'll mark off 12 seconds off the clock, and now he's going to call timeout. 5 home runs so far with a minute 31 remaining on the clock. And again, a review of the rules. Each batter gets 2.5 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible with an out equaling 8 seconds off the clock and a home run tallying 10 to 13 seconds off the clock. If by some miracle or some chance that both batters are tied after they have taken their turns respectively, we go to a tiebreaker round with each batter getting 5 swings to hit as many home runs. If we are tied after 5 swings, we keep going with 3 swings each until one batter has hit more home runs than the other. And with that, higher number of home runs, as always, will advance to the final 4 portion of the tournament. With that being said, uh, who will be the opponent for Barry Bonds or Aaron Judge? We're going to have to find out right now because Sammy Sosa is set to go and ready to step back into the batter's box, and we're ready to hit. Let's get right back to it. Shake them up really good, folks. Got to shake these dice up really good. 6, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's going to be the it'll actually be the first out of the round here. 6, 7. Oh, bad timing of the timeout, Sammy. 5 home runs so far with a minute 15 left on the clock. 9, 10, 11. Oh, 3 straight outs after hitting 5 straight home runs. Yikes. 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger, so therefore 12 seconds will tick off the clock with 55 seconds remaining. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12 seconds will tick off the clock with 7 home runs on the board and 43 seconds remaining. 8, 9. Small ballpark. Unfortunately, Sammy Sosa bats right-handed. It is a neutral ballpark, so therefore it will be an out for Sammy. 12. Home run king. You better believe it, he is a home run king. So therefore, that is going to tick off 12 seconds off the clock here for Sammy with 8 home runs on the board. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is, yes, he is. He is a slugger. So therefore, 12 more seconds will tick off the clock for 9 home runs here in this final 8 round. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. Unfortunately, it is not. So therefore, it will be a home run with 11 seconds ticking off the clock, and that will run it out. 10 home runs will be the number for Jeff Bagwell to hopefully send this round to a possibility of a tiebreaker. Or will there be 11 home runs in his Jeff Bagwell's future? Let's find out right now as Jeff Bagwell says he's ready to go. Let's reset the timer here. Let's reset that clock. There we go. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Jeff Bagwell says he's ready to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling here for the final 8 round for Jeff Bagwell as part of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, that is not good. That's going to be the first out of the round for Jeff Bagwell. 6, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. He has both. That'll tick off 13 seconds off the clock. Good bounce back from bouncing into the first out. 6, 9, 10, 11. Oh, so back and forth outs and home runs are being exchanged here in the early going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It's not because Jeff Bagwell bats right-handed. It's a neutral park, so therefore that'll tick off 8 seconds off the clock with a minute 53 remaining. 4, 5, 6. No doubt about it. Home run for Jeff Bagwell, and he will quickly call timeout as he notices something in the early going here after exchanging outs and home runs so far. as Jeff Bagwell is his trying to locate some swings here to connect on a few baseballs to send it to the cheap seats here at Citizens Bank Park. With that being said, we're all set and ready to resume as Jeff Bagwell has gotten his sip of water or his sip of Gatorade or whatever, his beverage of choice. And let's get right back to it for the final 8 round for Jeff Bagwell as part of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 6-7-8 slugger. Good use of the timeout if you are Jeff Bagwell. That is his third dinger of the round with a minute 31 remaining on the clock. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Home run king and slugger. Yep. That is going to mark off 13 seconds off the clock. I just wanted to make sure that was read correctly. And it was. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's going to be yet another out. So a minute 10 remaining with 4 home runs in the back pocket for Jeff Bagwell. 15. Oh, stay away from those out results, and you'll probably have a chance here. 9, 10, 11. That is going to be another out. 54 seconds remaining on the clock. It's 9, 10, 11. Again, stay away from those out results. If you are Jeff Bagwell, to have a chance to hopefully get a chance to advance into the next round. 6, 10, 14. Big ballpark, it's not big, so therefore that'll tick off 11 seconds off the clock with 5 home runs in his back pocket with 35 seconds remaining on the clock. 4, 5, 6. That's going to be a no-doubter of a home run. 25 seconds remain with 4 to tie and 5 to advance to the final 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark? It's not small, according to right-handers here at Citizens Bank Park. Ooh, excuse me. 8 seconds will tick off the clock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is going to be another out. Yeesh. We have time for one more swing. As Sammy knows it, he will be advancing. 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark? It is not. One more swing should do it. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Slugger, yes, he is, but it won't be enough. Jeff Bagwell will finish with 7 home runs. So therefore, we are going to have to say goodbye to Jeff and say hello to Sammy Sosa for the final 4 as he will take on the winner of the Barry Bonds and Aaron Judge matchup later on. With that being said, stay tuned for our next matchup involving Jim Thome versus Pete Alonso, and we'll have that matchup for you coming up next. Our next matchup of the Final 8 portion of the tournament will feature Jim Thome representing the Cleveland Guardians and Pete Alonso representing the New York Mets. With that being said, how do they get here? Well, let's figure that out right now. Jim Thome for Cleveland got here by defeating Jason Giambi and Miguel Cabrera to get here to the final 8. As for Pete Alonso, he got here by defeating Giancarlo Stanton and Nolan Arenado. With that being said, it's time to figure out who will go first here in this final 8 matchup, and we will designate Pete Alonso as the visitor for this matchup, and he will have the privilege of calling the toss in the air. 9, 10. Okay, so it's a 10. As Jim Thome will need a 11 or higher in order to win the toss. And he won't get it. It's a 6. So Pete Alonso will win the toss, and he will elect to go second. So kind of a really interesting decision there, but it is what it is. So Jim Thome will lead things off for this matchup here for the final 8 portion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby tournament. And again, the rules are simple. Each batter gets 2.5 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible with an out equaling 8 seconds off the clock, and a home run will vary between 10 and 13 seconds ticked off. If there happens to be a tie after each batter takes their turn, we will go to a tiebreaker round where each batter will get will get 5 swings each to hit as many home runs as possible. If we are tied after those 5 swings, each preceding round will be 3 swings each per batter. And again, the higher amount of home runs will advance to the next round. With that being said, Jim Tomey is all set and ready to go, and so are we. Let's get right down to it for his final 8 round as part of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll begin with a 12, 13, 14, 15. That is going to be the first 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. That is going to be the first out of the round for Jim Tomey. His first 8 seconds ticked off. 12, Home Run King. He is a home run king, so therefore that'll mark off 12 seconds off the clock for Tomey as he is trying to set the table for Pete Alonso. 9, 10, 11. Oh, that is going to be another out recorded by Tomey. 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger, so therefore that'll tick off another 12 seconds off the clock with his second home run of the round, leaving a minute 50 left on the clock. We'll continue with an 11, 6, 10, 11. Yep, 11. That is going to be yet another out with a minute 42 remaining. He's still kicking and going and wheeling and dealing here, folks. 4, 5, 6. That is a no doubter about it home run for Jim Tomey. 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark? No, it's not big at all. So therefore, it'll mark off 11 seconds off the clock, and he will quickly call timeout. Jim Tomey has hit 4 home runs here in this final 8 portion as he amounts a total of 21 home runs so far through his through his first 2 rounds of this 30-team field portion of the tournament. With that being said, he's gotten himself into a nice, comfortable, maybe not as comfortable as you would think, but it's a lead nonetheless here in this final 8 round against Pete Alonso as we do see him wrapping up his practice hacks down in the tunnels, and he is making his way out here to the field, and we're just about ready to resume Jim Tomey's final 8 round of action here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. As Jim Tomey says he's ready to go, and so are we. We have a 15 to resume here in this final 8 round for Jim Tomey. That'll tick off 8 seconds off the clock, with leaving a minute and 13 left. 11. Oh, bad use of the timeout if you're Jim Tomey here. Oh man, oh man. 11. Oh wow, 3 straight outs off the timeout. Still with 4 home runs in his back. Wow. Oh, I'm not gonna keep count. Unbelievable. 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. He has both. That is going to tick off 13 seconds, leaving 36 remaining on the clock. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Tomey bats left-handed. It's a semi-small park here at Citizens Bank Park. The decider die is going to read. It is a small park, so therefore that is going to tick off 11 seconds off the clock for his 6th home run of the round. And I think 6 is a number easily that could be caught here, as you can barely see, but it will be up to Pete Alonso to see if he can try to catch that number or not. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 9, 10, 11. Yep. That is going to be yet another out. So 8 seconds will tick off the clock. We have time for at least a couple more swings here. 4, home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore that is going to tick off 12 seconds off the clock. We have time for one more swing here. 11, and that will do it for Jim Thome as he hit a total of 7 home runs here in this final 8 round. Is it going to be enough to advance to take on Steve Finley? Not if Pete Alonso has anything to say about it, because he needs 7 to force this matchup to go to a swing off tiebreaker, or 8 home runs to advance to take on Mr. Steve Finley in the final 4. With that being said, let's reset the clock back to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and there we go. And we're just about set and ready to roll. Let's get right down to it as Pete Alonso says he's ready to go, and so are we. Let's get Pete Alonso's final 8 round underway here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a semi-slugger. The Decider Die says he is. So therefore, that is going to tick off 12 seconds off the clock. Pete Alonso knows how to do home run derbies really well. 10, 13. Home run king or slugger? He is a home run king. Let's see if he is a slugger, though. He's not. Since he is a home run king, 13, yes. Since he has home run king, that'll take off another 12 seconds off the clock. 2 home runs in his back pocket now. He is 4 away, 4, 5, 6, sorry. 5, 6, yes, 5 to tie, and 6 to advance to the final 4 to take on Steve Finley. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. It's not big, so therefore it will be a home run for Pete Alonso. 3 home runs in his back pocket now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It is not small, so therefore that'll be the first out of the. It is not small for right-handers, so it'll be the first out of the round for Pete Alonso, and he is going to quickly call timeout. Minute 47 remaining on the clock with 3 home runs in his back pocket for Pete Alonso so far here in this final 8 round between himself and Jim Thome, as Pete Alonso representing the New York Mets and Jim Thome representing the Cleveland Guardians here in this final 8 matchup as part of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And of course, this has been a really fun project to do. I don't know about you guys, but this has been a really fun project, like a little side project to do during the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. And again, this is in the time slot normally where Rivalry Night would be for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. So there is no History Maker Baseball Express Hour episode today, but it is being replaced with the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And again, as soon as this tournament is over, beginning next Monday on July the 20th, all new History Maker Baseball Express Hour episodes will air at 3 p.m. Eastern here on the channel. With that being said, Pete Alonso is all set and ready to resume his final 8 round. Let's get right down to it as he says he's ready to go, and so are we. Gotta shake these dice up really good, folks. 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. He has home run king. Does he have slugger, though? He does not. So therefore, that'll be an out for Pete Alonso as Jim Thome is hopefully staring down the right number here for Pete Alonso to not catch here. 489. Small ballpark. It is not small. Yes, Pete Alonso bats right-handed. It's not small, so therefore it'll be an out for Pete Alonso. 6, 9, 10, 11. Oh man, try to shake these dice up really good, Pete, if you want to have a chance to get yourself into the final four for a possible shot at winning the championship. 12. Home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore another 12 seconds tick off the clock with 4 home runs on the board. 6, 7. Oh man, that is going to be another out. Unbelievable. So 8 seconds will tick off the clock, leaving a minute 3 remaining. There's still time left. 9, 10, 11. Yeesh, stay away from these out results. 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. He has home run king. Does he have slugger though? He most certainly does. So therefore, that is going to end up being 6, 9, 10. Yep, 13 seconds ticked off the clock. 5 home runs in his back pocket, 2 to tie, and 3 to win it. 9, small ballpark. It is not small for right-handers here at Citizens Bank. So therefore, that is going to be another out. 8 seconds tick off the clock. 12, home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore 12 seconds will tick off the clock. 1 away from tying with 22 seconds remaining. 9, small ballpark. It is not small. 8 seconds will tick off the clock. Unbelievable, folks, with 14 seconds remaining. Can Pete Alonso do it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6. Oh, wow. Wow. We have time for one more swing. Can he force this matchup to a tiebreaker? He will not. Oh my goodness. Pete Alonso will hit a total of 6 home runs. Therefore, the polar bear is eliminated. And moving on to face off against Steve Finley will be none other than Jim Thome. Unbelievable, folks. The shocker of this tournament so far here in this final 8 as Pete Alonso has bounced into, has chosen to go second. And of course, he made his bed and he will sleep in it. Unbelievable. So therefore, your first Final Four matchup is set. Steve Finley will take on Jim Thome in the Final Four to see who will advance to the championship round to face off against the winner of Sammy Sosa and the winner of our next matchup, Aaron Judge, representing the New York Yankees, and Barry Bonds, representing the San Francisco Giants. We'll have that matchup for you coming up next. The winner of our next matchup will advance to the Final Four of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament to take on Sammy Sosa. Who will it be, Barry Bonds or Aaron Judge? It is time to find out, as this is our final 8 matchup of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. How did each of these two batters get here? Well, I'm glad that you asked, because Barry Bonds got here by defeating Juan Gonzalez in a tiebreaker round. Both Bonds and Gonzalez hit 8 home runs in the regular round, but Bonds beat Gonzalez in the tiebreaker 5-2. He advanced to take on the number 1 seed, Cody Bellinger, and he defeated Cody Bellinger 10-9. And that's how he got here. As for Aaron Judge, he got here by defeating Mike Trout in the first round and beating Chris Davis in the second round. And that's how he got here to face off against Barry Bonds, representing the San Francisco Giants. With that being said, it's time to find out who will lead things off here in this matchup. And again, we'll roll these 3d6s to determine who will lead things off, and we'll designate Barry Bonds um, as the visitor for this matchup, and he will call the toss in the air. We have a 6, 11, 12, 13. So 13 for Bonds. So 14 or higher for Judge. We'll win the toss for him. And I think he's not going to get it. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. So it was Bonds 13 to Judge's 12. So therefore, Barry Bonds will win the toss. And it will end up being. Oh, man. Tough decision here, but Barry Bonds is going to let Aaron Judge lead off here in this final 8 matchup between himself and Judge. And as we are getting ready, let's set our tables. All right, there we go. The dice is already out there on screen with our clock reset at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Again, each batter gets 2.5 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. If we are tied after each batter has taken their turn respectively, we will go to a separate tiebreaker round where each batter gets 5 swings to hit as many home runs as possible. But if we are tied after those 5 swings, then each preceding tiebreaker round will be 3 swings each for each batter. The higher amount of home runs will advance. With that being said, Judge is ready to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling and get this final 8 matchup underway to find out who will advance to the final 4 to take on Sammy Sosa. We'll begin with a 4, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger, you bet. That is a huge way to start here. 13 seconds will come off the clock. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. It's not big for right-handers, so therefore, that'll take off 11 seconds off the clock. Yep, 11 seconds off the clock. And there we go. 2 home runs in the back pocket of Aaron Judge. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes. 13 more seconds will be ticked off the clock for Judge's 3rd home run of the round. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. Judge will hit another home run out of the ballpark with 4 home runs in his back pocket on the board. 4, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Unfortunately, Citizens Bank Park for right-handers, it's not small. So therefore, that'll be the first out of the round, and Judge will quickly call his timeout. With 1:32 remaining on the clock, and again, I forgot to mention, each batter will get 1 timeout per round they participate in. Just like you normally would see in a real-life home run derby. Everyone gets tired. They want a sip of water or a sip of Gatorade and calm their nerves down. So with that being said, Aaron Judge is all set and ready to resume play here. As he says, I'm good to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling once more here in this final 8 matchup between Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees and Barry Bonds of the San Francisco Giants. We have a 13, home run king or slugger. He has both qualities, so no matter which way you look at it, it will be a home run. His 5th of the round, 1:20 remaining. 12, home run king. My goodness, folks. Aaron Judge is clicking on all cylinders here as with a 12, that'll tick off 12 seconds off the clock with 1:08 remaining with 6 home runs. 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Unfortunately, for Citizens Bank Park for right-handers, it is not small. So therefore, it will be an out with 1 minute remaining on the clock. 12, home run king. Yes, sir. Aaron Judge has home run king. So therefore, 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock with 7 home runs in his back pocket for Aaron Judge. 3, 6, 9. Small ballpark, it's not small for right-handers, so therefore, another 8 seconds will tick off the clock. 6-7. Oh man, Judge, another 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock, still with 7 home runs. As you guys know, Barry Bonds knows that he can try to pull things off here, uh, being down in the clutch. We can try to see and find out if he can try to do it. The face off against Sammy Sosa. 6, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark? It's not. So therefore, 11 seconds will be ticked off the clock with 8 home runs in his back pocket for Judge. We continue on with a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. That'll knock off 13 more seconds off the clock. We have time for one more swing here. 2, 3, 4. Home run king. He is a home run king, and that is going to tick the rest of the time off with 10 home runs in his back pocket. Will it be enough to advance to the final four, to the championship rounds? I guess we're gonna have to find out right now because Barry Bonds is making his way to the plate in front of a raucous crowd here at Citizens Bank Park, camera flashes and all, as they are looking to see if Barry Bonds can defeat Aaron Judge here in this Final 8 matchup to advance to take on Sammy Sosa. With that being said, it's time to find out as we reset the clock to 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and there we go. A new fresh roll is ready to be rolled here on the 3D6s. Bond says he's ready to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling for Barry Bonds' final 8 round here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is what we're going to begin with. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Yep, 12. Home Run King, you better believe it. Barry Bonds has Home Run King, so 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock for home run number 1. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that is going to be an out. 8 seconds tick off the clock. Exchanging outs and home runs in the early going. 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Bonds bats left-handed. It's a semi-small park here at the bank. Citizens Bank Park. The decider die says, whoops, in a little bit. There we go. It is not small. So therefore, that'll tick off another 8 seconds off the clock. And we continue to roll here with an 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. 13 seconds will be ticked off the clock for home run number 2 for Barry Bonds. He is 8 away from tying and 9 away from advancing to face off against Sammy Sosa in the final 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's going to be an out. Barry Bonds with a minute 41 remaining with 2 home runs in his back pocket. 5, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. That'll be 13 seconds ticked off the clock. He is going to quickly call timeout as he has 3 home runs in his back pocket. 7 to tie and 8 to become your winner of this matchup. And will advance to face off against Sammy Sosa. Can Aaron Judge nope, because Aaron Judge is on the edge of his seat here. Knowing Barry Bonds, he is a legendary home run hitter himself. But this matchup is real. It is probably must see. Man, oh man. So with that being said, with a minute 28 remaining on the clock, Barry Bonds steps back into the batter's box, and he's all set and ready to roll. And so are we. Let's get right down to it. As Barry Bonds has 3 home runs in his back pocket with a minute 28 remaining on the clock. 10-15. Oh my. That is going to be another 8 seconds ticking off the clock. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger, folks. So therefore, 12 more seconds will be ticked off the clock with a minute 8 remaining. 13. Home run king or slugger. He has both, and no matter which way you look at it, it will be a home run. So therefore, 5 home runs in his back pocket, 5 to tie, and 6 to win it. 12, excuse me, home run king. He is a home run king. So therefore, 12 more seconds will be ticked off the clock. 44 seconds remaining. Oh boy, folks, Barry Bonds is on fire now. 12. Home run king, yes, sir. 12 home seconds ticked off the clock. 32 seconds remaining. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's going to be an out, folks. 24 seconds remaining. We have time for at least 2 more swings. 5, 10, 12. Home run king. He is a home run king. 1 more swing will probably do it, folks. 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It's a semi-small park. Here at Citizens Bank, the decider die says it is, excuse me, it is not, excuse me, excuse me, it is not. So therefore, sorry, lump in my throat. So therefore, it'll mark off 8 seconds off the clock, and we'll have time for 1 more swing, folks. But Barry Bonds will not advance. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is going to do it. Unbelievable, folks. Barry Bonds has been slayed by Aaron Judge. Unbelievable. Barry Bonds made the huge mistake of going second, allowing Aaron Judge to make sure he would be the one to face off against Sammy Sosa. So therefore, your final 4 is set. Judge representing the Yankees, Sosa representing the Cubs, Finley representing the Diamondbacks, and Jim Thome representing the Cleveland Guardians. One of those 4 will advance to will become the inaugural Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament champion. We'll have the championship rounds for you coming up after we take a look and say thank you to our official Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. Technically, as of course, as well for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll see you in a bit for the final 4. We would like to take this time to say thank you to our official Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. First and foremost, thank you to Biddy Beer for sponsoring every mid-game and end-of-game summary throughout every episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. And again, we remind you, if you choose to drink Biddy Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste. At a Biddy price, it's Biddy Beer. They say it's a blend of hops, rice, and barley that gives Biddy Beer its distinctive taste, but we know better. It's our brewing process that gives our beer that one-of-a-kind flavor that no premium beer can match. Our bats have never been cleaned, so there's an itty-bitty bit of history in every can. Biddy Beer, the beer for folks who can't afford better. And by Doc Cola, the official cola drink of the Play Games community. And every game that we go to extra innings, it is a Doc Cola extra innings ball game. Doc Cola uses the finest imitation ingredients to bring you that sugary blast of caffeine you've come to know and love. With twice the sugar and 3 times the caffeine of any other major brand, Doc Cola is sure to keep you wired from dawn till dusk. So take the Doc Cola challenge and see why our customers agree. You'll never be able to wean yourself from a refreshing Doc Cola. And by Pizza Kingdom. At Pizza Kingdom, our signature New York style pizza starts with the crust. Then we layer on a homemade pizza sauce, and then load your pizza up with mounds of cheese. When it comes out of the oven, it's piping hot, golden brown, and ready for you to enjoy. And then we give that majestic culinary work of art to Mickey, our 16-year-old delivery driver who's as responsible as a tree stump. Pizza Kingdom, it's sheer perfection when it left the store. And by Suncoast Capital. At Suncoast, we live by one simple rule of investing. When your clients win, we win. And when our clients lose, we win, sort of. Suncoast Capital. You know we're gonna get all of your money anyway. And by Rubicon Wireless. Why pay $200 a month for wireless service when you can get 4 lines for just $25 a month? With our tin can plan, you can access our wireless network that covers at least 25% coast to coast between the hours 11 p.m. and 4:30 a.m. with unlimited text and messaging between those hours, of course. So why pay for a service you cannot live without? And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for the championship rounds as we begin the final four matchups. Our first final four matchup will feature Steve Finley of the representing the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he will go up against Jim Tomey representing the Cleveland Guardians. With that being said, excuse me, with that being said, each batter, as always, gets 2.5 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible, with uh, with the higher amount of home runs advancing to the next round. If somehow, by some miracle, if we are tied after each batter has taken at least one turn in this final four matchup, we'll go to a separate tiebreaker round where each batter will get 5 swings each to hit as many home runs as possible. But if they if we are tied after those 5 swings, then each preceding tiebreaker round will be 3 swings per batter. And again, the higher amount of home runs will advance to the championship match. With that being said, Steve Finley and Jim Tomey got here by defeating a lot, and I mean a of lot of good home run hitters, some good, some not. But for Finley, he got here by defeating Willie Stargell in the final 8, as Jim Tomey got here by defeating Pete Alonso. With that being said, we need to figure out who will go first. Here we are. We need to decide who will go first, as I dropped one of my dice here for the coin toss, as we will roll these 3d6s to determine who will go first in this matchup. So we'll designate Jim Tomey as the visitor for this matchup, and he will call the toss in the air. We have a 12, so it's going to be a 12, a 13 or higher, in order for Steve Finley to win the toss. And it seems he will get it. 12-13. So Steve Finley will win the toss, and he will elect to lead things off here in this final four matchup to determine who will advance to the championship round here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. With that being said, a new fresh 2 minutes and 30 seconds are on the clock. A new 3d6 roll is ready to go, and so are we. Steve Finley says he's good, and so are we. Let's get rolling here, folks, for the final four to determine the inaugural champion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll begin with a 9-10 home run king and slugger. You bet he has both qualities. So therefore, Steve Finley starting off with a bang. First home run of the round, 10-12. Home Run King, he is a home run king. Another 12 seconds will tick off the clock. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remain. 6, 12, 18. No doubt about it. Home run. 10 seconds will be ticked off the clock. A minute 55 remains. 13. Home run king or slugger. He has both. Wow. 4 straight home runs to start this Final Four matchup between Finley and Tomey. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger, he is a slugger. So therefore, 12 more seconds will be ticked off the clock. 5 straight home runs. 11. Oh, and that's going to be the first out of the round. 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock. And Finley will call timeout. As my goodness, folks, Steve Finley's first 5 swings were no doubt about it home runs. 5 straight home runs have left the yard here at Citizens Bank Park, and the fine faithful here at Citizens Bank Park are applauding Steve Finley. So is Jim Tomey for that 5 straight home run performance before the first out and the timeout with a minute 23 remaining on the clock. Unbelievable, folks, of what we are seeing here. Unbelievable. So with that being said, Steve Finley is all set and ready to resume play here. If he takes his little breath here and a nice sip of water or a sip of Gatorade, he steps back into the batter's box. You're all set and ready to roll once more here for the championship rounds of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We have a 5, 6, 7. And I think that is going to be an out, unfortunately. So therefore, 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock here for Finley. 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king. He is a home run king. So good bounce back after the first out off the timeout, getting 6 homers out of the yard. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. That is going to be 8 seconds ticked off the clock. 55 seconds remain, though. 6, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. You bet he has both qualities. 13 seconds on the clock. Or excuse me, 13 seconds will be ticked off the clock for his 7th home run of the round. 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. Another 13 seconds will be ticked off the clock here, folks, with 29 seconds remaining with 8 in his back pocket for Steve Finley. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, 17. That is going to be an out, unfortunately. So 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock. 21 seconds remain here. 12, 13, 14, 15. That is going to be an out. Unbelievable, folks. We have time for at least one more swing here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. You bet he has both qualities. So therefore, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. That'll take the rest of the time off. And Steve Finley will finish with 9 home runs. Will 9 be enough to get him to the championship match? It's time to find out, because Jim Tomey is making his way to the batter's box. And folks, man, oh man, Jim Tomey got here to the Final Four by defeating Pete Alonso 7 home runs to 6. And my, oh my, oh my, Jim Tomey knows how to hit for knows the pressure of going second here. So with that being said, Jim Tomey is all set and ready to go to see if he can try to deny Steve Finley a chance to go to the finals. Let's see if he can try to do it. A fresh 2 minutes and 30 seconds are on the clock. And let's get rolling here as Jim Tomey says he's ready to go. And so are we. Let's get Jim Tomey's Final Four round underway here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Slugger. Yes, sir, he is a slugger. So 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock here with one home run in his back pocket. 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. It is not big according to both sides of the, no matter which side you're batting, lefty or right-handed. So therefore, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, it'll mark off 11 seconds off the clock with two home runs in his back pocket. 6, 7, 8. Slugger. Yes, sir, he is a slugger. 12 seconds off the clock now with three home runs in his back pocket. 6 to tie and 7 to win it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. You bet he has both. 13 seconds ticked off the clock for his fourth home run of the round. 12. Home run king. Oh, wow. He's not stopping, folks. 12 seconds ticked off the clock. Man, oh, man. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is going to be the first out. So he did one better. 5 straight home runs before recording the first out. Tommy will call timeout with 1:22 remaining on the clock. Unbelievable, folks. And here in this first matchup of the Final Four. But again, the winner of this matchup will face off against the winner of the Judge versus Sammy Sosa matchup in the championship match of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. With that being said, Jim Thome is all set and ready to resume play, and so are we. Let's get rolling once more here for the Jim Thome Final Four round of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It's a semi-small park here at Citizens Bank Park. The decider die says, and I will re-roll the die because it fell out of my hands. So we'll roll fair and square on the table. And it is, so therefore, it will be a home run, taking off 11 seconds off the clock, 3 away from tying and 4 away from going to the championship match. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is going to be an out, folks. Oh, boy. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger, so therefore 12 more seconds will be ticked off the clock with 7 home runs in his back pocket, 2 away from tying and 3 away from winning. This matchup. 4, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. He has both. 13 seconds will be ticked off the clock. 8 home runs on the clock, or excuse me, 8 home runs on the on the board for Jim Thome. With 38 seconds on the clock, we have a 12 home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock. He is now tied Steve Finley 1 home run away from winning this matchup, and I think with this roll he may do just that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. He has both qualities, and ladies and gentlemen, Jim Thome of representing the Cleveland Guardians will advance to the championship match as he will be waiting the winner of the Sammy Sosa versus Aaron Judge matchup of here for the championship rounds, here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And my goodness, folks, what a ride it was for Steve Finley. He gave it a ride, but it was not meant to be. Unbelievable. So with that being said, stay tuned for our next Final Four matchup coming up next, as we will have Sammy Sosa versus Aaron Judge. One of those two men will face off against Jim Thome for all the marbles to become the inaugural Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament champion. Sammy Sosa or Aaron Judge? Who will be the opponent for Jim Thome in the final matchup, in the championship matchup for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament? Unbelievable, folks. What a tournament it has been. So with that being said, it's time to figure out who will be the opponent for Jim Thome in the final in the championship match, as Sammy Sosa will take on Aaron Judge here in the final four matchup. And with that being said, you will see who will lead off here, as we will roll these 3d6s to determine just that, as Sammy Sosa will be the visitor for this matchup, and he will call the toss in the air. We have a 7. Okay, so a 7, so an 8 or higher for Judge in order to win the coin toss. And I think he did just that, folks. 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10. So Aaron Judge will win the toss, and he is going to allow Sammy Sosa to lead things off. Really interesting. So Sammy Sosa, really interesting here, though, guys. Sammy Sosa will get things started here for this Final Four matchup here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament Championship rounds. And with that being said, Sammy Sosa got here by defeating Jeff Bagwell here in this in the final 8, while Aaron Judge defeated Barry Bonds in a shocking way. Some of you may have Barry Bonds winning it, but according to the die roll, I'm sorry, but it wasn't meant to be, as Aaron Judge was too strong for even Barry Bonds to contain. With that being said, can Aaron Judge slay another steroid user in Sammy Sosa? Let's find out right now, as Sammy Sosa says he's ready to go, and so are we. Let's get this final four matchup underway here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We'll begin with a 5, 6, 7. Yikes, that is going to be the first out of the round. So 8 seconds will tick off the clock. 6, 7, 8. Slugger. Yes, sir, he is a slugger. So therefore, 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock with 2:10 remaining with 1 home run on the board. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Sosa bats right-handed. It is a neutral ballpark. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9. I wanted to make sure I read that correctly. So therefore, it will be an out for Sammy, as that will be another 8 seconds ticking off the clock. 5, 10, 11. Yikes. Sammy Sosa's in a heap of trouble, folks. One more out, and he's probably going to call timeout. And with that 7 roll, he will do just that. Unbelievable. So therefore, with 1 minute 46 seconds on the clock, Sammy Sosa will call timeout. And again, each batter per round will be given 1 timeout for each round they participate in. So just like you normally would see in a real-life home run derby, everyone gets tired. So with that being said, Sammy Sosa will collect his thoughts here. Even though 1 home run is not going to do it against Aaron Judge, it has been a tight, and I mean a tight tournament here, folks. With each round we have played here in this 30-team field portion of the tournament, and this has been a fun tournament. Some good, some bad, but if we were to do this all over again, could have been done this. Could have it been done differently? Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't, but it really is up to a lot of folks tuning in. So with that being said, Sammy Sosa is all set and ready to roll, and so are we. Let's get rolling once more here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament for Sammy Sosa here for the championship rounds as part of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wow. That is going to be an out, folks. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger, so therefore that is going to tick off 12 seconds off the clock. His first home run of the round, his first home run since hitting one out. So, sorry, we'll try. We still had a minute 20 plus there. So 6, 11, 12, 13. Home run king or slugger. He's not. So that'll tick off 12 seconds with another home run. We'll still count that as a home run, but we'll leave the clock right at as it is because it's about 2. Yes, it's about 2 seconds behind. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 11. So that'll be an 11. So another out will be recorded. So that will be. So we'll keep the time right here as I mistakenly pressed 8 seconds on the board. So we'll add another extra swing on the board for Sammy Sosa to make sure everything is played out correctly. 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger, so therefore that'll take off 12 seconds off the clock. So again, I accidentally pressed the button, the 8 minus 8 seconds button. That should not have happened on the second or third, on the third home run for Sammy Sosa. So therefore, he will be guaranteed one more swing after the time has been expired. So one free swing will be given according to the judges. So with that being said, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, slugger. He has 12 seconds on the clock. 12 seconds ticked off. 4, 5, 6. That'll be a no doubt about it home run. So again, an extra swing will be handed to Sammy Sosa after the timer has been expired. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll be an out. So 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock. 5, 6, 7. That'll be an out. That's a 15, and that will be an out. So we have time for plus the extra swing, one more swing here. 10, 13, home run king or slugger. He has both, so therefore we'll be given one more swing to Sammy Sosa just to make sure we played this out correctly. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It is not small for right-handers, so therefore that is going to tick off another 8 seconds off the clock. And that is that, folks. Sammy Sosa will finish his final 4 round with 7 home runs on the board. Is 7 going to be enough to advance to face off against Jim Thome? Not if Aaron Judge has anything to say about it, as this time we'll make sure the buttons are not pressed whenever they should not have been pressed. We'll try to not make the same mistake for Judge, so that way we play things out fairly. So with that being said, 7 to tie, 8 to advance to take on Jim Thome. Oh, excuse me. In the final round in the championship match for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. Judges ready, and so are we. We'll get things started here with a six, 7, 8 slugger. He is a slugger, so therefore that is going to mark off 12 seconds off the clock. His first of the round. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Home run king or slugger. He has both qualities, so therefore another 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock for his second home run of the round. 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It is not small, so therefore that is going to be another out ticked off the clock. 8 seconds. Excuse me, 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock. And we'll continue with a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark for right-handers and lefties. It is not big. So therefore, that'll take off 11 seconds off the clock for his third home run of the round. 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's going to be an out. And Judge is going to quickly call timeout here with a minute 39 remaining on the clock. Folks, this has been a fun, and I mean fun tournament to play out. But again, only one man will become the inaugural champion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And the winner of this matchup again will face off against Jim Thome, representing the Cleveland Guardians. With that being said, let's find out who will face Jim Thome, as Aaron Judge will try to get that done, try to get this round done and over with. Let's see if he can do it. He steps back into the batter's box and we're ready to go. And again, catch the real life home run derby for this year's All-Star game to kick off the All-Star game festivities later on today on Netflix at around 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern. With that being said, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. It is not small for right-handers, so therefore another 8 seconds will tick off the clock. 9, 10, 11. Oh, wow. Aaron Judge could be in a heap of trouble here, folks. 12. Home run king. He is a home run king, so therefore that is going to tick off 12 more seconds off the clock with 3 to tie and 4 to advance to the final, or excuse me, to the championship round. 10, 12. Home run king. He is a home run king. 12 seconds ticked off the clock for Judge. 11. Another 8 seconds will be ticked off with 51 seconds remaining with 5 home runs in his back pocket. 12, 13, 14. Big ballpark. It's not big, so therefore that is 11 seconds ticked off the clock. Judge has enough time to do it. 4, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me. Small ballpark. It is not small for right-handers. 8 seconds ticked off the clock. 32 seconds remain. 7, 8, 9. Small ballpark. Nah. Righty says nah. 8 seconds will tick off the clock with 24 seconds remaining. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger. That is going to tie Sammy Sosa with 7 home runs. We have time for one more swing. 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. With that swing, Aaron Judge, will they count it? I think they will. Aaron Judge will advance to the championship match, and therefore he will take on he will take on, and yes, we are confirming that Judge has hit the home run in time. So therefore, your final matchup of this tournament will be Aaron Judge versus Jim Thome. One of these two men will become the inaugural Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament champion. Stay tuned for the final matchup to come your way next after we take a look and see what's coming up next here for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. Welcome to the finals of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. This is the championship match, and in it will feature Aaron Judge representing the New York Yankees and Jim Thome representing the Cleveland Guardians. Before we get this matchup underway, I do want to remind folks that new episodes of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour will continue to air at 1 p.m. Later on this week. But beginning July 20th, new episodes of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour will be now moved to 3 p.m. Eastern beginning July the 20th. With that being said, it is time to figure out and crown our champion for this tournament for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. We will designate Aaron Judge as the visitor for this matchup. We'll roll these 3d6s to determine who will go first here. But Aaron Judge will call the toss in the air. He has, a 17. Yes, a 17. Man, oh man, folks. So 18 will be enough for Tommy to win the toss here. Oh, and he won't get it. So Aaron Judge will win the toss, and he will elect to go first. So Aaron Judge will elect to go first. How many home runs is enough in that tank of his after defeating Sammy Sosa last round? We'll have to wait and see and find out to see if there's enough in the tank. But it's time to figure out and crown our inaugural Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament champion. Will it be Judge or will it be Tommy? It's time to find out. So without further ado, folks, for the millions around watching at home around the world and for the thousands in attendance, it's time for the championship bout of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament to get underway. We'll begin with a 15. Man, oh man, that's going to be the first out of the round for Aaron Judge. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir, he has both. So therefore, it'll tick off 13 seconds off the clock with his first home run of the round. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger, you bet he has slugger. So therefore, 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock with a minute 57 remaining with 2 home runs ticked. Two home runs tallied on the board. 6, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's going to be an out for Aaron Judge. With every out, brings a little bit of momentum into the corner for Jim Thome. 6, 12, 18. No doubt about it, home run by Judge as he will send this one on a line. Gone. Tight, wrapped around the tightness of the pole and that of the foul pole down the left field line. And my goodness, folks, 9-10, home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. Aaron Judge has 4 home runs tallied up on the board. He is going to quickly call timeout here with a minute 26 remaining on the clock. Knowing that 4 home runs is probably not going to do it because Jim Thome got here by defeating Steve Finley in the Final Four portion of these championship rounds for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. And again, the winner of this matchup will become your winner, your inaugural winner of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. With that being said, let's continue on with Aaron Judge's final round here for the championship match. And let's get right back underway with a minute 26 on the clock with 4 home runs on the board for Aaron Judge here for the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament championship bout. Six, 12, 17. That is going to be an out, unfortunately. So therefore, with a minute 18 left on the clock, 9, 10, 11. Oh, man, that is not good. Judge won the toss and elected to go first here, 4, 5, 6. No doubt about it, home run by Judge with a minute remaining on the clock with 5 in the back pocket. 11, 12, 13. Home run king or slugger. He has both. No matter which way you look at it, it will be a home run with 6 on the board. 3, 6, 7. Yikes, that is going to be an out. So with 40 seconds on the clock, with 6 on the board, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes, sir. That'll be his 7th of the round and 27 seconds remaining on the clock. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king. He is a home run king. So therefore, 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock with 15 seconds remaining. 2, 4, 5. Oh, that's going to be an out, folks. We have time for one more swing. 15. That is going to do it. Will 8 home runs be enough for Aaron Judge to become your inaugural winner of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament? Not if Jim Thome has anything to say about it, as he got here by defeating Steve Finley in the final 8. Excuse me, in the final, in the final 4 to get here. And with that being said, Jim Thome is all set and ready to roll here. We have a fresh 2.5 minutes on the clock. Is Thome going? Is 8? Is 8 going to be enough to force this championship bout to a tiebreaker, or will it be enough to crown us the inaugural champion of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament? It's time to find out. Jim Thome, with all the marbles in the middle of the table, with all the chips in the middle of the table, he says he's ready to go, and so are we. The final batter of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament will get us going right now. Gotta shake these dice up really good, folks. We'll begin with a 10. Home run king and slugger. He has both qualities, and there she goes, folks. 13 seconds off the clock with 1 home run on the board. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slugger. He is a slugger. 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock with 2 home runs in his back pocket now. 6, 7, 8. Slugger. Yes, sir. Another 12 seconds will be ticked off the clock. 3 home runs now in his back pocket for Thome. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Home run king and slugger. Yes. Unbelievable, folks. 13 seconds will be ticked off the clock. 10, home run king and slugger. Another 13 seconds are ticked off the clock with 5 in his back pocket. Jim Thome is not going to stop. Oh, wow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is going to be enough for an out, and 8 seconds will be ticked off the clock. Jim Thome will call timeout with 5 home runs in his back pocket with 1:19 remaining. Jim Thome is in a perfect spot to become possibly your winner of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament if he can find a way to smack 4 home runs out of the yard. Because it's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 3 to tie and 4 to win it all. Man, oh man, from the word go, Jim Thome did not stop. Unbelievable. With that being said, let's continue on as Jim Thome says he's ready to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling once more here for the championship match of the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament. "12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Slugger. He is a slugger. That is going to be hit high, far, and gone. His 6th of the round. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king? Yes, sir. 12 seconds ticked off the clock. 1 home run away from winning it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Excuse me, 2 home runs away from winning it. My fault. 6, 11, 12, 13. Home run king or slugger? He has both. He has tied Aaron Judge with 43 seconds on the clock. 9, 10, 11, 12. Home run king. Jim Tomey knows it. He flips his bat in the air, and he just became your winner of the Kurt Bergland's 50 years of baseball greatness. Home run, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12. Yes, 12 seconds ticked off the clock. And your winner of the Kurt Bergland's 50 years of baseball greatness home run derby tournament. Unbelievable, folks. Jim Tomey, representing the Cleveland Guardians, will be, therefore, your winner and new champion, home run derby champion for the Kurt Bergland's 50 years of baseball greatness home run derby tournament. Unbelievable. Well, thank you so much for tuning in all tournament long as we bid farewell for right now. Stay tuned. Coming up on Wednesday for the new episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. But again, we remind you, tune in beginning July 20th, 2026. Starting July 20th of 2026 for the rest of the 2026 Major League Baseball season. New episodes for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour will be airing at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time for and of course, we always say catch new episodes airing at 3 p.m. Eastern for the rest of the regular season for the 2026 Major League Baseball regular season. Thank you so much for tuning in almost all season long, all tournament long, and congratulations to Jim Tomey. He is the Kurt Bergland's 50 years of baseball greatness home run derby tournament champion. We hope you enjoyed today's very special History Maker Baseball Express Hour episode featuring the Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament as we played out the Final 8 and the championship rounds. And congratulations to Jim Tomey on becoming the inaugural Kurt Bergland's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness Home Run Derby Tournament champion. With that being said, we'll be back to more History Maker Baseball Express Hour episodes for the rest of the season after this week is concluded. Reminder, each new episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour will be highlighted and premiered at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And with that being said, let's see what's coming up next time here on the History Maker Baseball Express Hour as we continue our festivities for All-Star Week. No games going on during this week, but there is for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour as we are going to revisit the last World Series that the All-Star Game hosts last won a World Series championship for the city. And with that, we are talking about the 2008 Fall Classic featuring the Philadelphia Phillies and the Tampa Bay Rays on the latest edition of World Series Rewind. Who will come on top of this matchup? Well, I guess you're going to have to tune in to find out for yourself next time here on the History Maker Baseball Express Hour.